Welcome, Pile 1. This is your reading. This is the big picture. Okay, so this is a timeless reading, meaning it's meant for you whenever you find it, okay? So you guys chose kyanite, and the number 28 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 10, as well as the number 1. Okay, so I'm seeing new beginnings here for you, a new beginning here. And this new beginning, because we have kyanite here, is the result of something that has been downloaded to your crown chakra. There's a download from the higher realms here. So, and it's shooting, okay, so kyanite, I'm seeing Archangel Michael, because kyanite is known as Archangel Michael's sword because of its shape and its color. Something about communication from the higher realms through your crown chakra, okay? So the big picture is that you have recently experienced an epiphany, or you will. There's some kind of information that is currently or very soon will be downloaded to you. And this will bring about a new beginning. So this could be a brilliant new idea. This could be, let me just see if the light works better that way. Oh, why is this not working? Oh, there. Okay, so this could be a brilliant new idea that you're having here. You're having some kind of a breakthrough, which is interesting because I have 2 other readings prepared to film, and one of them is called Your Next Breakthrough, or something like that. What is the title? I'm just going to check what the title is because I have it right next to me. So there's a breakthrough here that you're about to experience in your life. Now, this could be, for some of you, it could be a brilliant idea. Yeah, your next breakthrough. So that's the one I'm actually going to, now I've decided I'm going to record that one after this one. But anyway, some of you could even be discovered by talent agent or a modeling agent, or maybe you have social media and you're going to be having some kind of a breakthrough. Either some of you, it's going to be a brilliant idea, an epiphany. For others of you, you're going to be discovered in some way and chosen for something. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. And so this means the big picture is that you're meant to do something with this information. You're meant to do something with this information. And it seems like it's big because it's the big picture. We have reclaim your energy. Okay, so what I'm hearing is whatever is going on in your life right now, okay, whatever it is that's going on in your life right now, it is meant for you to be able to access this information and pull your energy back. Align your energy centers, reclaim your power. I'm seeing reclaim, it says reclaim your energy, but I'm seeing reclaim your power. And put your crown back on. Put your crown back on. And again, a reference to the crown chakra. And this energy of putting your crown back on. So you went through something. That's why you're having a new beginning. You closed a very tough cycle. It drained you. There was a tough cycle that you closed that really drained you. And now it's like, see, she's like composing herself as if she got, something shook her. Okay, I'm seeing the tower now with this card. So you had a tower moment in your life. I don't know how recently, but you're now recovering from it. And you're now like finally being able to put yourself back together is what I'm seeing. And so the last piece would be the crown that fell on the floor. So let's see. Okay, she even looks like a tower. She even looks like a tower. So you had a tower moment and you transformed into the tower. Okay, or you're going through this right now, but you transformed into the tower. And it's a much more put together tower than this one. Just give me a sorry, I got an instruction to go and get my selenite wand, okay? I got an instruction to get my selenite wand. I don't know if I shook this, but anyway. You see, this tower seems to have a lot of it's a perfect work of art because it's made by nature, right? But now it's like you polish yourself. Something about So the tower moment that you had or you're about to have is actually a very positive one. It's not a bad one, but it kind of shook you in some way. It was meant to it was meant for you to kind of deconstruct or dismantle parts of yourself. Okay, I'm seeing someone having a tantrum almost here and throwing their crown away, like, I don't want this. I don't want this. And then getting it back from the floor and putting it back on. Like someone had a fit here, like anger or something like that. After a realization. And this realization, this communication, so we have throat chakra energy and here we have crown chakra energy. So there's been an evolution. I'm also seeing someone here watching this video who either didn't speak much or spoke too much and was more focused on the 3D and now more focused on the soul, the spiritual. And there was a realization that there was no need to be angry about something. And that something had to do with yourself. Maybe you were angry at yourself. The reason why I got this selenite wand, I believe, was to clear the energy here, because there's a need here, or you've been through some kind of purge or clearing or cleanse, okay? It's like you polished yourself. So the big picture is that because of some kind of epiphany that you have, you kind of brought your own tower down and you made a new one for yourself. And this one is sturdier. It's the foundation is a lot more solid because now it's intentional. Before, this tower grew like kind of however shaped by nature and by circumstances, people, erosion, right? And it suffered erosion. But now you realize you're in control and you don't have to suffer the erosion because you're no longer just living. Now you're living with intention. Now you're actually shaping into what it is that you want, basically. And it's spiritually guided. It's not just something that you're doing that is three-dimensional here, okay? See how there's a face there. And she's like, almost like a wallflower, like in the background, like almost hidden. So you've had like, it seems like you've been in hermit mode somehow, like away from society in some way. Probably due to how society has drained you. When I mean society, I mean even close relationships. And so it's kind of like you sunk into yourself and your body, your face, your 3D vessel was almost unseen. And that was to protect yourself from the erosion. And the very fact that relationships had the power to erode your energy. And so you took a step back from yourself, from your social self, let's put it that way. And also I'm seeing something else where you didn't feel like you had anything important to say. You didn't feel like anyone wanted to know what you had to say or found any value in what you had to say, so you stayed quiet. But while you were quiet, you were learning. You were gathering information. Now, I'm seeing 28, 10, and 1. I'm seeing 42 and 6. So those could all be important numbers for you. Some of you could be 28 years old. Some of you could be 42, or you could be within the age range of 28 and 42 years old. it could also be the case that you've been in hermit mode for over 10 years. You've been feeling this way. Now let me see, we have 2 to 30, 32, 34. Sorry. So 12, 14. It could even be that you've been in this mode for 14 years. And now you're finally reclaiming your energy back. You're putting your crown back on. But you had to go through something here, and now you close the cycle. It could have been 10 years, 14 years, maybe less, maybe more, okay? It could have started when you were 28, around your, what's it called? Saturn return. And so by the time you reach 42, or you do reach 42, that's when you feel in your full power. Now, again, you don't have to go by these ages, right? This could be any age. I'm just looking specifically at these because this looks like a time gap. But it doesn't have to be these ages, okay? So it took a long time for you to go from this to this. But it's almost like people last saw you in this energy, and now they're going to see you in this energy. That's the work that you've been doing. And you don't even realize how you got here, or that you've been getting to this point, because you've been feeling like this. And gradually, yes, you've been feeling like you've been getting into this energy. This is self-mastery. And your crown is literally your connection to the higher realms. It's the physical representation of the higher realms. It's the metaphor for your connection to your higher self, the higher realm spirit source. And you're very grounded at the same time. So you are this bridge between the higher realms and earth. You are the bridge between heaven and earth. And you're meant to be a tower. You're like this. It's the first time I'm looking at this. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this looks like a Wi-Fi tower. Look at that. She looks like she's a Wi-Fi tower. You are emitting signals. Vibration, outward vibration. And you're emitting a frequency. You're emitting a frequency right now. You're like this power tower. You are this Wi-Fi tower for a certain frequency. And it's a higher frequency. It's almost like there's also frequencies down here, lower frequencies. And so you're able to live in these lower frequencies and still emit higher frequencies. So it's like you've learned how to work with lower frequencies to ground yourself, your energy, but you don't stay there. You built yourself up, and now you're emitting higher frequencies so that other people can benefit from these frequencies. So wherever you move, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were born between mid-70s and mid-80s, but it doesn't have to be. Yet again, that's very specific. You are a tower. You emit a certain frequency. And so I believe you are light workers. You are very connected to Archangel Michael. And the downloads that you're getting are the frequencies that you're emitting. And most of these frequencies are so high that it's like it's the first time that they're being brought here on Earth right now at this time for Earth's ascension, for the soul's ascension, for taking all that is to the higher frequencies. Okay. And so you may think, but how do I do this? You're doing it already. It's not something that you have to show or you have to say. It's just something that you're doing energetically. That's where you are. This is where you are right now. And that is the big picture. And if you ask me, that is a huge picture. Because, when I start these readings, I'm always like, okay, this is a title that, I've been called to do, but how's this going to go? What does that even mean, the big picture? What does it even mean? I don't even know what it means when I start these readings. And to see this kind of message come out, that is big. That is big. Starting with the first one, which is the epiphany in itself, involving the crown chakra, Archangel Michael, all of this. Whatever frequency you are emitting, it is very high vibrational. And it's meant for something big, okay? And so recently, you've had this surge of vitality. Okay. So, and you're also being prepared to speak up about something. It's like she's in the final stages of getting ready for something. Her dress is on, her makeup is on, and now she's putting the final touch, which is the flower crown. So I'm seeing fairy energy here. You could have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your chart. Again, that connection to the higher realms and the connection to Earth. Fairy energy. These colors are very fairy-like. The green intertwined with the purple. Green representing the Earth and connecting to the heart chakra. Purple representing the higher realms. And they're intertwined, these colors. So you're creating the bridge. And emitting a very specific frequency so that there can be an ascension. Okay. Wow. So we have the threshold. Yes, you are currently at the brink of something. It's like you're getting prepared to move out of this energy here. So I'm seeing you've been through something. You've been through something. You've been in the darkness. You felt lost. You had to feel all those things. There was a purpose to that. And then it was wherever you were, you felt separated from your creativity. There was fear surrounding concerns around stability. And you didn't quite know what to do with it. And so you felt disconnected from your own creativity, from your own stability, and you didn't quite know what you were meant to do or where to go. You felt really lost. But you're coming into this very stable creative energy. You're coming out of fear into the energy of feeling very, very stable. Because you see, this color here, red, is dark. It's not dark. It's a base chakra. The base chakra can be, when it's not balanced, it's about fear. When it's in balance, it's about stability. So where your base chakra was in fear mode, now you're coming into stability mode. You're learning how to harness the energies high vibrationally, if that makes sense. And because you're going to feel more stable here, because see, there could have been something that you went through, either financial loss or some kind of loss here that it kind of took the ground from beneath your feet, okay? Pulled the rug from beneath you. And so there was a challenge here. It was challenging for you. But now you've overcome the challenge. And you realize that maybe you were trusting external factors to bring you that stability when all you had to do was have it within you. And so it seems like that is what you're mastering right now. So we have the number 45, the number 45, and the number 9. So we have the number 28, 24, and 25. And 28, 42, and 45. Interesting, because there's progress here. And so you're at the threshold, at the brink here of having a creative breakthrough, I would say. While you are also becoming increasingly attractive, increasingly magnetic. And there's a reason why you are having this glow up, why you are this attractive. And it's not just for yourself, it's because of a higher purpose. People are meant to be attracted to your energy for higher purposes, to raise the vibration, to raise their vibration, and change, raise the vibration of those around them and the energy around them. So the energy is very creative for you right now. You're meant to create something, and you're going to create something. You're at the very, I would say, there has been creative block. Your creativity, your creative juices will now flow. And now I'm seeing orange juice for whatever reason. But you're about to have an epiphany. The bigger picture, the big picture is also that you and your loved ones, are safe. I don't know why that's not focusing, okay? Through this process. Maybe during this time where you sunk into yourself, or you sunk into the background as well, was a time when you were focused on family, maybe, kids, for some of you. And you did this to make sure that your family or your kids or someone you were taking care of that you love were safe. And it seems like now that you've tackled that, this was a very selfless act. Now that you've been able to tackle that, master that, and the fear surrounding that, you will now be able to move forward. We have spider. So yeah, I'm seeing this has been like you felt like you were in a spider's web. But you were also weaving something in this process. Again, earth energy. Material concerns. Concerns around safety, health, money, home life, family, loved ones. Okay? But you weave this safety net, is what I'm seeing. But at the same time, you felt quite stuck in it. Stuck to it. Because there is a strong sense of responsibility that you have. Okay? Now, let me just read this one from the book. Because as you know, or may not know, if you're following my readings, you know that this is a new deck for me, and I'm getting to know each and every card here on the channel with you guys. So, it's interesting. It says creator of prosperity, and that makes sense because this is earth energy. So you have been weaving your prosperity through your life's work, or you're about to. And you're about to get a lot of dharma. So, because it says dharma here. So what you've been doing while you sunk into the background, while you sunk into yourself, was actually finding a way to create prosperity through your work, through your mission. And it seems like now you've mastered that. Like it clicked. It finally clicked. Your karmic lessons Your karmic lessons. Where did we have the number 9? There, are over. Your karmic lessons are over. And now you're getting your dharma, positive karma, right? Because of all the work you did on yourself spiritually, materially, in all ways, you've done this work. So you're about to be very prosperous. And you're already feeling this energy. But before you were tired and discouraged. A lack of energy. And so now there's a sense of playful creativity coming for you. And now, for some reason, I am tapping myself, I'll tell you, with my selenite wand on my clavicle bone. So that is right in between, it's right beneath the throat chakra and right above the heart chakra. So you may be into tapping or something. I'm just tapping myself. I don't know why. It feels good. It does something to my energy right now. So I'm just going to keep doing it. So you may be into tapping. You may use tapping method for manifesting prosperity and healing and creativity. So you may want to look into that if you're not yet. I'm going to read from the book now. It says, the spider is an ingenious creature. Ingenious creator. So you are this ingenious creator, because that's your energy being represented here. You are, have become, or will become this ingenious creator. That leads me to believe that you're about to have a genius idea, or you had a genius idea. Okay? And so its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. So you're the one responsible, or you have been weaving, or you will be weaving this intricate web that will support your family financially and spiritually, as well as yourself. And it says it is hard work. And this is based on the spiritual work you've been doing. But because you've understood that you cannot manifest prosperity if you're not spiritually prosperous. And I know, listen, you can say, okay, there's a lot of evil people who have a lot of money. Yes, that is true. But are they prosperous? Wealthy, financially wealthy, doesn't mean always prosperous. And when you have prosperity, you have enough, and even more than enough money. But most of all, your soul is also vibrating at a higher level. And so it's not like this emptiness with the money. It's this feeling of abundance that you are weaving. And so it is hard work. But the spider neither tires or becomes impatient. But you did become tired. And sometimes you did become impatient. But now you've mastered patience. And you've mastered a way to reclaim your energy in a way that you're not drained. So you set some healthy boundaries. And you became more disciplined with yourself. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented. So maybe you were more focused on the results, the outcome, and now you realize that it's actually about the journey. And that's what's going to make all the difference, because rather than focusing on, let's say, the money at the end of the month, you're focusing on a process that you will love so much that it will inevitably bring you money at the end of the month. See, it's a different energy altogether. And so it says, soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry, and abundance follows. There you go. That's why I love this deck and I love opening this book, you know. Hopefully in the future with the same cards we're going to get different different information. No place like home. So again, whatever you've created or are creating or will create, solid, stable foundation involves possibly purchasing a home, not worrying about money to have a home or to live in a home. And this could be in a new place because I'm seeing uprooting possibly. But now I'm seeing something different with this card. This card has actually showed up several times. And this is showing me actually a house, because I normally see this as a traveling house, but now I'm noticing that this is actually in the ground. Strong roots in the ground. So this prosperity that you're creating, this abundance, is not something you're creating down here. It's something that is being created from up here. The number 50 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 5. 5 means change. So there could be a change in location to a better home. Could be in a different country. Could be same country, different city, same city. Doesn't matter. It's a different house. So you're uprooting. You are moving somewhere, possibly. Or you're just creating, or you're understanding, because it says no place like home, that home is where your soul is. Tree agate. See? Nature's energy, the tree, the green. Stability, grounding, and rooting. Yes, so after you've uprooted, you're going to now root back into the ground. But it's going to be where you're meant to be, if that makes sense. And it says tree agate is a stable force that grounds you back to earth. So maybe you felt very ungrounded for a while because you were up in the ethers connecting to the higher realms. And now you're grounding yourself again because something may have happened to your body. Either you lost weight, gained weight, maybe you suffered some kind of health issue for not paying attention to your body and just being in the higher realms. And so now you're paying attention to your body again. Maybe you're working out again, or doing some exercise, or doing something to ground yourself, such as dancing, sitting on the ground, or walking around barefoot, spending time in nature, because you're rooting back to the core of your physical being. And it says, a stone in resonance with nature, tree agate asks that you nurture the seeds you have planted and provide enough sustenance for them to succeed. That's exactly what you're doing. This has been a work of patience over time. And now you're like this very strong-rooted tree when it comes to the prosperity, the abundance that you have weaved. It's going to be long-lasting, and it's going to feed generations, spiritually and financially. Weed out the negativity and naysayers, including your inner critic, and know that despite it all, you are good enough. Tree agate promotes security in moments of growth, so you feel safe as you expand in your journey. Follow your truth and know that you are supported along the way. Truth. You found what your truth was. You found out what your truth is, the epiphany. And you realize that that is what's going to support you, spiritually and financially. You don't have to have one or the other, okay? Again, anyone thinking that in the spiritual community, we should not, charge for services, no. Because, so as I was saying before the video got interrupted, what we just said here is taking me to this. I'm going to read the follow your truth and know that you are supported along the way. So again, living in your truth. And this being connected to how you make your money as well. And there's something that goes around about the spiritual community that people shouldn't be charging for readings, people shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so but what about time? Time is a 3D thing. And, you know, we still need to take care of our kids in the 3D. We still need to pay for health expenses. And if someone is getting the benefit of a reading, it's an energy exchange, such as a doctor would do. Or so if there's a benefit for someone else, why shouldn't people charge for their time? It's not even for the work they're doing, it's their time that they're not giving to their kids, that they're not using to tidy their house or take care of themselves, right? So it's the same thing. If you're having any trouble charging for your work, remember that. Okay, Virgo, Mercury and Virgo. For some of you, you have Virgo or Mercury and Virgo, but it doesn't have to be, but again, earth signs. 3 of Swords. So maybe you experienced pain due to the fact that you gave your time and you weren't conveniently rewarded for it because you were being too nice of a person. And again, when I say, okay, this is getting very deep right now. So being nice isn't always good for you or others. Meaning, there's a difference between being genuine and being nice, okay? Being nice can fool people into thinking that certain things are okay, that you will be okay with abuse, or that you are okay and you're not, or that you're happy about something and you're not. So it's always a lie. Unless you're being nice because you're genuinely rewarding someone or genuinely feeling good or genuinely in balance, right? But I'm feeling a sense here where you were nice because you didn't want to hurt someone or you didn't want to ruffle any feathers. You didn't want to say the truth, fear of the consequence or of how that would make someone feel, right? And it put you into a lot of pain. And you weren't feeling nice at all. You were just being nice. This is getting so deep. I'm kind of getting lost in all these concepts here, but this goes back to charging for something. Maybe you felt bad charging more for your services. But how nice was that to you? How did that work on your energy? And how nice were you to your kids once you didn't have enough because you were being nice to people? Now, this is very metaphorical, or it could be very real for you guys. Take it how it resonates for you, okay? It's going to be different for everyone. But that was the main source of your suffering. Overextending yourself, giving too much. And the energy coming back to you was not reciprocated. And this could have been very much due to the fact that you were disconnected from your soul. From your soul's calling, from your soul's needs, and very focused on matters of the body or material things or appearances or whatever it was. And so that was the reason why you sunk into yourself and disconnected and then turned to your family's needs. Your priorities changed at some point in your life. I'm seeing around the age of 28. Or they will, okay? Or they are changing. And so all this, you were left confused. 7 of Cups. Like, why is this happening? I don't understand. I'm being nice. I'm doing everything I'm meant to. Okay, right? Everything I was taught to do morally. But this still sunk you into confusion. This still sunk you into confusion because you didn't understand why you were doing everything for everyone else. You were being so nice and you still weren't having your own needs met. And you were still in pain. You were still being mistreated. And when I say we need to learn to integrate our shadow self, the parts of ourself that we consider to be faults, and to accept them and to even use them so we can survive in this 3D world. It's so that when we meet people who drain us, who take from us, who hurt us, despite all the good that we do, we then know when not to be so nice. Okay? And so I feel that is the balance that you have found within yourself. Guys, after this reading, I'm seriously considering whether I should be doing collective messages rather than pick-a-cards, because this is going to be a long one. And so you were confused. Why? Why am I being so nice and people are still treating me this way, or I'm still feeling this way, or I'm still drained, or I'm still tired, or I'm still not having my needs met? Well, because you were so busy giving all of your water and filling other people's cups that now you have no water, or you had no water. And so it brought you to this point of having to pull back so that you could... This is now reminding me of yesterday's reading, the 8-8 portal, Lionsgate portal reading. If you haven't watched it, go ahead, because there's one pile that has the slingshot. And I feel you guys chose the slingshots pile. Okay? So you pulled yourself back so you could propel yourself forward. You had to pull yourself back to sort out through the confusion and decipher what is what and why is this happening? What's going on here? Snakes and ladders, kind of like I go up this ladder, all of a sudden I find a snake, throws me back down. I don't know how many stories, levels. And now I'm almost back at 0. 5 of Pentacles energy, feeling left out in the cold. Right? Yeah. And so your life has been a series of snakes and ladders where... And of course a lot of this is karma and dharma and luck and... Right? But you're realizing that you have control over this, a lot more control than just being controlled by snakes and ladders. You've realized that you don't have to play snakes and ladders. You don't have to be in that board game at all. If someone tells you, do you want to come and play poker? You can say yes or no. Do you want to come and play snakes and ladders? Yes or no. So you chose to play snakes and ladders. Maybe you didn't know any better. It's fine. Maybe it was just part of your evolution or your soul contract. But now you're coming out of the snakes and ladders game. You're realizing you don't have to be a part of that game at all. You play any game that you want to play. King of Cups, you could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your chart. Yeah, your connection to your higher self brought you... Oh, this is so interesting. The crown again. Crown symbology galore. Look at that. His crown. Boop. He's a king. We have a queen and a king. You found your center, you found your balance once you withdrew from the snakes and ladders game of life. And so where you were maybe very open and vulnerable, you pulled back and you learned how to feel your feelings, but not necessarily share them all the time, or not necessarily share your heart all the time. Now, you could have been dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio who was very confusing to you, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, who made you confused, maybe even broke your heart. Were they responsible for it? Possibly not, because I'm not seeing any ill-intentioned person. I'm not seeing any bad person here. No. I'm seeing a really nice energy. And so any pain you suffered was possibly connected to your own need for soul's growth. The only confusion you experienced was because of how you dealt with things, or how you felt things, or how you saw things, or how you overextended when you didn't have to. It's not, there was an imbalance. And when someone gives too much, other people tend to feel like there's a reason why they deserve to receive that. But again, you could have been dealing with someone who is very balanced in their own energy, and they don't feel the need to overextend or to take. And you wanted to give, and this person wasn't receiving because they didn't need to receive that much. You didn't need to do that much. And so this person was teaching you something. A lesson of just being. You don't have to jump through hoops. You just have to be. You're good enough. You're more than good enough. This person may have feelings, deep feelings for you even, but they did not necessarily verbalize that. It was in their energy. You felt it intuitively, but they were not saying it. Not that they did this on purpose at all. Maybe it's just the way they are, but there was even a purpose behind this. Spiritual purpose behind this was for you to also learn how to trust your intuition, to feel, to communicate energetically and telepathically with someone, rather than always having to have the reassurance that could be very codependent. And so there was a lot of 7D communication, 5D communication, dream, astral realm connection, dream communication, meeting in dreams, all of that, fantasizing, all of that. But there wasn't anything said verbally that would confirm this to you, at least not enough times, that would be satisfactory to your, let's say, more codependent self. The Chariot. Yeah, this person could have even felt like they were running away from your energy when they were doing nothing of the sort. This person could be at a distance from you. Now, let's stop talking about someone else now and let's get back to you. There's something here about the month of July, something about travel. Okay, well, before we get back to you, there could be someone who has Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, who could be traveling to see you, or you could be traveling to see them. That's just a side note. For others of you, you got yourself out of the pain, you got yourself, well, not for others, for you guys, you got yourself out of the pain, you got yourself out of the confusion, you balanced your energy, you pulled back, you learned how to give and take in a much more balanced way. It balanced out your emotions. And now you are clear about which direction you want to go with in life. And wherever you're going, it's a lot more successful than where you've been. Ten of Swords. An ending. Of course. Because it started with a new beginning. An ending. Gemini energy. Sun in Gemini. Possibly. There was an ending here. An ending of the pain. And this is again confirming an ending of the confusion and the pain. And the mental entrapment. Self-imposed mental entrapment, more clearly and specifically. Clarifying the Ten of Swords. The end of the mental pain, the mental anguish connected to overgiving, overextending, over-worrying. Gemini energy again. This is more specifically Saturn in Gemini. Or is it Jupiter in Gemini? It's Saturn in Gemini. But anyway, Eight of Swords. So if you tend to spend a lot of time overthinking, that is where the devil in the mind gets to operate in your life. That is where your ego, your fears come from, spending too much time thinking, overthinking. What if this? What if that? What if that can go wrong? What if this can go wrong? What if it doesn't work out? What if... That's self-sabotage. So you stop self-sabotaging. That is what's ending. That's actually pretty good news. And now, because you did that, here comes the star. Your wishes coming true, your dreams, your healing, all of it. Aquarius energy. The number 17 and the number 8 could be relevant to you. I'll tell you what the number 8 is for those of you who don't already know, which is not many of you. That is the number of stability and abundance. Because you put the devil in your mind, you kicked him out of your mind. And now you're healing. There's a lot of mental health healing, healing of the mind, and this will in turn be very healing on more than one level in your life, spiritually, emotionally, physically, all of it. Because you could have even suffered from stress-related health concerns, but those are healing now. And you're headed towards some kind of goal achievement, wish fulfillment. Healing again. Healing financial concerns and health concerns. Oh, but more specifically, healing of lack mentality. That's what you're healing. So it is very mental. It is a mindset, a belief system, a thought pattern that you're eliminating. You're kicking it to the curb. You're kicking the devil out of your mind and allowing your mind to take in and process your intuitive feelings rather than these other obsessive considerations. Goddess of the moon. So yeah, you've substituted your overthinking for working with your intuition, and that was the most empowering thing you've done. You could have Cancer in your chart as well. The number 52 could be relevant to you. 5 plus 2 is a 7. 7 is your connection to your soul. So you substituted the overuse of your mind for a balanced use between your mind and your soul. Or you're about to, especially if you're integrating this meditation practice. You could be connected to Buddhism, doesn't have to be. But this connection to your higher self, by way of possibly meditation, it's what's bringing you to this point of healing, abundance, and getting your energy back. And with this comes a golden opportunity. Important doors will be opening for you, and all you will have to do is walk through them. Because now you're wearing your crown. So there's an opportunity you've been wanting that is coming your way. And it's a wish fulfillment. And it's going to heal the pain of feeling left out by spirit, by God, by someone in your life. So enjoy your opportunity because you deserve it. Don't even feel bad about it. Okay? Pile 1, that was the big picture. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Bless you all and see you soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, Pile 2. This is your reading. This is your timeless reading about the big picture. So right away, the number 32 may mean something to you. 3 plus 2 is also a 5, so the number 5. 5 is change. So the bigger picture, the big picture is that there will be change. But the good news is that this change, 32, the number of winning and victory, will be victorious. So you're going to win at something. This change is having you win at something. You're going to win at something. Or you're winning something that is going to change your life, could also be. And this is going to bring you a lot of peace and tranquility. Whatever changes and thing you're winning is allowing you to live a more simple life without having to have all these worries of how to manage things. Because it seems like you've changed the way you've organized your life. And so now you don't have to work as hard at anything. And you're taking it one task at a time, one thing at a time. Maybe you used to be a multitasker. Not good. Okay, guys? I know they say women are a lot more capable of multitasking than men are. Some men do know how to multitask, but it's not the healthiest thing for the brain, for the body, for anything, okay? Just because you're capable of doing it doesn't mean you have to do it. That's where you need to use your wisdom. It's actually much better that you do one good task at a time, and that becomes a lot more productive, even if you take longer doing it, because it means you're doing it well. And then you won't have to go back and redo it. You won't have to then have to go and spend the money you made on your health or fixing your health, right? Because of the stress and the strain done by the stress. The infinite. So now we have the number 49 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 4. So there's infinite success, infinite victories coming your way now, because you've organized yourself in such a way, and you've tackled, it finally clicked, something finally clicked, that less is more and slow is better. Less is more, slow is better. Yeah. You found a way of getting more results in a much smarter way, and this involves less multitasking, curiously enough. So something about slowing down, really thinking things through in a very calm and peaceful way will get you better results. Like, okay, if you're all nervous looking for something, will you find it? Normally, most of the time, no. Sometimes it's right in front of your face. But if you pause for a minute and you think about where you saw this thing the last time, where you used this thing the last time, that would be a good indication of where it could be nearby. And so if you pause to make this careful and peaceful consideration of just taking yourself back to those events, then you will most certainly, or most likely, most of the time, find what you're looking for. But you're all jumbled, looking for that thing in the place where it should be, right? Its place. It's not in its place. Now that it's not in its place, I can't find it. Okay, but where was the last time that you used it? So you're slowing down your energy to get better results. And because of this, your use of energy will be infinitely more productive than it used to be. Infinitely more. The nectar. life is going to feel sweet again. It's not going to feel like such a struggle. You are getting the fruits of your labor. You're about to, or you are reaping this wonderful harvest for your creativity, for your heartfelt connection to your work, to yourself, to your body possibly, to your home. The number 58, could be relevant to you. The number 58, the number 63. Sorry it took so long for me to get to that number. 63 and the number 9. So I'm seeing 369 Fibonacci sequence. You've mastered the art of tranquility. Less is more. Smart, not hard. Slowly but surely. And that because of that, you're going to be able to enjoy life again. You're going to be able to stop and smell the flowers while still being uber productive. In fact, you're going to be so much more productive than you were when you were stressing out. Because when you distance yourself from the stress, you start seeing things a lot clearly. The energy for you is just now gaining momentum. Okay? You're gaining momentum right now. It may seem like not much is happening, but the momentum is building. Starfish. You're about to be a star in whatever field you are. Okay? Whatever it is you're doing. We have water signs here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio possibly you could have in your chart. You are more connected to your intuition and to how you feel and how your body reacts to certain things, places, people, circumstances. So it seems like you've also made a conscious choice about what needs to stay in your life and what needs to go. And what you're keeping in your life are the things that make you feel good, are the things that move you, move your heart, move your emotions in a very positive way. The starfish also speaks of beauty as well, and paired up with the nectar. And I love these colors. This looks very colorful. You're about to get a glow up. You are someone who is very alluring. But there could be something here, because it says superficial or shallow in this book, because I'm getting to know this deck still. Superficial or shallow. There is something in your life, or in your energy, or in someone's energy around you that is superficial or shallow. But we're going to see what this is about. It says the starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creators have been reliant on how they look. These creatures. And what other people think of them. So, there could have been an overemphasis on your looks or what people think of you in the past. And so, for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? Are you being swayed by someone else's outward appearance as well? Or are you just overly concerned by outward appearances? It seems like you're no longer. Because you're mastering something infinitely more than just that. And I'm seeing a beetle here at the bottom, so there's a lot of good luck coming your way. Some of you could be getting recognized because of your appearance, and you are worried about what people think about you. But you're coming to the understanding that you're infinitely more than just your exterior or just what people think of you. And it says, what dreams have you put aside to please others? You're bringing those back. Maybe you were even pleasing very superficial people. But again, what needs to stay, what needs to go? What needs to be brought back? Your dreams. What needs to go? Anyone standing in between you and your dreams. Because you were so focused on pleasing them. This energy, when in balance, is uplifting, artistic, and expressive, which could be your characteristics. You could be an artistic, expressive, uplifting person. But when you're out of balance, you may feel empty, worried about gossip, worried about what other people say and think. So to bring this into balance, you need to surround yourself with more positive people and friends. So there's something about your friend, a friend or some friends that needs to go because it's creating an imbalance. Or maybe you're overly focused on what your friends think, where you should be focused on your higher power, on a higher power. That is the key. That is the key to your success, to your infinite success. That is what will change everything. Don't consult with external opinions. Rather focus on what are your beliefs. What are your beliefs? It doesn't matter other people's opinions. What do you believe in? It doesn't matter what other people believe in. What do you believe in? Morganite. Acceptance, compassion, and release. Accept what other people have to say. Have compassion to understand that that is their point of view and they may not know any better. And release the need to stay connected to other people's judgment. Accept yourself, be compassionate toward yourself, and release any worries and anxieties you have connected to your appearance or what other people have to say or think. Okay? It says the ultimate love attractor. I'm going to share something with you guys. So I have a preteen daughter, and she's always so worried about what I say, what I do in front of her friends, right? And it's so interesting how at my age, I'm not so concerned about those things, but I remember when I was so concerned about those things. So what this is telling me is now you are maturing. And you're realizing that you don't have to stress out about certain things. The same way I don't stress out about certain things that I used to. And it's so funny to see now, I understand her because I felt the same way. She feels embarrassed about things that if her peers even, her friends the same age, they see her mother doing it, they're cool. They don't even think there's anything to worry about. But maybe with their own parents they will feel, because at that age kids still see themselves as an extension of their parents, and in turn they also see that they are responsible for how other people feel toward them, because there's still this umbilical cord that connects us to others, and especially in teenagehood where there's peer pressure. Peer pressure only exists for the fact that teens have still not fully disconnected from the umbilical cord to their parents, to their lineage, to their upbringing, right? And so whatever their parents do, they almost feel ashamed for, as if it were a representation of themselves or an extension of themselves. And so it seems like you're cutting this cord, okay? And you're learning to accept yourself, even your parents, be more compassionate, and release any fears or worries surrounding judgment or shame or guilt or ridicule or anything of the sort. So it says the ultimate love attractor, Morganite, opens channels for positivity, affection, and devotion to flow effortlessly through your energetic fields. And when that happens, what else happens? You become a magnet to love. You are a magnet to love. People see you as very attractive, super attractive. Maybe you don't see yourself this way, but you're going to. You're going to, because now you're connecting to your higher self, to your soul. Before that, you maybe felt that you were even lacking in attractiveness. Morganite is able to uncover deep emotional pain, bringing awareness to unexpressed feelings residing inside your body so that you can release them. So you are releasing a lot of emotional pain. You've identified it, no longer in denial of it, and because of that, you're able to release it. And you're releasing a lot of worries and concerns surrounding things that you simply don't need to pay any attention to. And you're realizing that you actually don't have to give an ish about what other people think or say, or you're not responsible for how people feel. It's impossible. You can't please everyone. It's just impossible. Clearing away any thoughts of martyrdom or victimhood, Morganite expands your ability to love and receive love, advancing your soul to the core of its inner truth. So it seems like you are attracting a lot of love your way because you no longer feel like a victim to other people's judgment. You don't even have to stand there and allow them to judge you. You don't even have to keep putting yourself on that box, standing on that box to be judged. You don't. Once you stop caring what other people think, you're no longer in that game. You're no longer looking for acceptance from everyone. And that is when you start to love yourself, and that is when true love comes your way. True love. Tolerant love, accepting love, compassionate love. You could have your Venus in Libra or Libra placement. Doesn't have to be. Ace of Swords. You found the truth, the Holy Grail. Aha moment. Aha, that's what it is. So maybe you chose pile number 1 and you're coming from pile number 1, or you're going to pile number 1. Maybe there's a message there for you. But you had, or you will have, this aha moment. Aha, maybe it's this very reading that is your aha moment. Who knows? Or maybe you had it recently, or maybe you even had it a long time ago. But now you see what the truth is, and the truth is no one's perfect. Whoever is pointing a finger at you could have 3 fingers pointed at themselves. And there's another thing about judgment. Those who criticize the most, look at their lives. What are they doing? Right? Are they perfect? Are you trying to please and be perfect for people who are imperfect? No, just take a chill pill. Go to sleep. Don't even worry about it. If you think you have flaws, look around you. Do you think you're the only person with flaws being judged here? You could go around judging other people. You don't have to. Judging is the easiest, most basic thing a human being can do because it comes naturally to human beings to judge. But it takes self-mastery to say, wait a second, yeah, that's pretty easy. It's actually pretty instinctive. It's pretty it's a very almost primal human reaction to judge. But you will see that the human beings that are worth having around you are the ones who think before they judge when they're asked to judge. And they won't judge you until they've judged themselves. And so judgment does not exist. If anything, constructive criticism or help if you ask for their help, or their opinion if you ask for their opinion. And it's meant to help you. King of Wands. You could have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries in your chart. There's self-mastery here. You are definitely maturing. And we have the Lovers. And learning to love yourself. But now we have another thing about the bigger picture here. There seems to be a victory and a higher connection with a higher level soulmate here. The energy is gaining momentum between the two of you. You have been connected over timelines and time and lifetimes. You've recently jumped into a new timeline. Just because you lent yourself to your higher self. There could be a Gemini-Sagittarius axis going on here as well. Meaning one of you could have Venus in Gemini, the other one Venus in Sagittarius, or Mars, Venus, Sagittarius, Gemini, or Moon's Gemini, Sagittarius, or something like this. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. You're about to get the truth here. In a higher level soulmate connection. You're about to get the truth. After a period of silence, possibly. The truth is coming. And someone will show up for you. This person could be older or younger than you. And this is going to happen fairly fast. I'm seeing August energy here. Between June and August. Someone could be a Gemini, someone could be a Sagittarius. There's about to be a lot of communication and a lot of action being taken, possibly involving air travel. Because Sagittarius is at a distance. So there could be a long distance connection here. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. This communication or travel could be coming in to solidify some sort of commitment. A change. There's a change here in circumstances. A change of heart and a decision being made here. Princess of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Definitely feeling an age gap here. But there's an important decision being made here. A decision made from the heart space. And the truth is going to come out. You've been waiting for this. This is involving divine timing. You could have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio child. Or you could become pregnant. You could also be starting a new project with a higher level soulmate here. There's a lot of healing around your energy right now, or maybe you've been doing energy healing or Reiki. You could be connected to Merlin somehow. And we have children, guiding children. Okay. So again, you could be becoming a parent, or your child is very beautiful, or you're going to have a very beautiful child, resulting from a higher level soulmate connection. Pile number 2, that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel. Save this video if you want to watch it later. Share this video with someone you feel may need this message. Extra content is on Patreon, TikTok, and members area here on YouTube. Bless you all. It's been a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bye, till next time. Welcome, pile 3. This is The Big Picture, your timeless reading, meant for you whenever you find it. You guys chose Amber and the number 3. So someone here's name could be Amber. Maybe you know an Amber. Maybe something about an Amber could be relevant to you. Okay. The number 3, progress. So progress, especially progress possibly through networking, socializing, accepting invitations to social events, parties. Progress made through networking. Also progress related to business, commerce, products, services. But the energy, now let's look at Amber. There's also progress related to healing family patterns, things that were passed on generationally, releasing generational karma. So I'm seeing this pile number 3, you guys are the one in your family, in your lineage, responsible to stop and solve and heal karma that has been in your family bloodline. And so you are the turning point for future generations. Doesn't matter whether you're a parent, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, a grandmother, a grandfather, a father, a mother, whoever you are in your family, you're the one who has the power, the responsibility to do this. Now, of course, Amber is also about preserving the wisdom gained by the lessons of the past. So there's something you've learned from your ancestry, from your family. You've learned the lessons. You have those lessons with you. What you're not carrying with you is the pain, the trauma. That's what you are cutting out for the future. I'm going to keep it there, sorry. Trust your innocence. You came here with a different purpose. There's something about your ingenuity. There is something about your self. There's something about how you see the world, which is very different from everyone else before you and your family, before you, beside you. You could even be labeled as naive at times for having a different view of the world. But you're the one responsible for closing a certain cycle, and this is why you have a different view on everything, almost everything. The number 54 and the number 9 could be relevant to you. There's something very pure and innocent about your energy that you don't see often. And you're meant to be just the way you are. You may even be criticized for it, but where you will be judged and criticized, one day you will be appreciated and you will be inspiring others. So stick to your purity. Stick to your innocence. It has a lot of value for yourself and others. The womb. You're meant to create a new reality for yourself, for your family, for future generations. It's the conception of a new era, and it starts with you. Some of you could be pregnant or could be getting pregnant. That's not all of you, okay? But this is the main message here, is that you are birthing a new era. You're conceiving and birthing a new era within your lineage. The number 46 could be relevant to you, and the number 10 and the number 1. The number 1 is new energy. Your dreams need a practical plan. The dreams that you have, they're meant to be just the way they are. But you need to have a plan to carry them through. It's good to have dreams, and they're there for a reason. They're there to put them into practice. They're there to ground them. They're there to make them happen. Because it is connected to a new reality, and it is connected to healing the karma. So you are meant to follow your dreams, but you need to come up with a plan. Someone here could have Taurus in their chart, more specifically a moon in Taurus. Something about mid-November is standing out to me here. Bee. Maybe you're a busy bee. Maybe you work very hard. I believe the bee is air energy. I'm going to read this one from the book because I'm still getting acquainted to this deck. Yeah. You could have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in your chart. The bee could be your spirit animal. You could be seen as the life of the party, or someone who is very vibrant, very active. People love your energy. People feel attracted to your energy. Maybe you do a lot for a lot of people because you can, because you have that energy to you. But at times you could be feeling overwhelmed, overworked. Maybe you even feel you're taken advantage of, and that annoys you. So you give a lot, you do a lot, but then at times you feel when you're out of balance, where you overgave, overextended, you feel annoyed at people. And sometimes you just need to take a break to find the balance, to regain your balance. So it says the bee personality. So you have a bee personality. And so it says the bee personality is a delight to be around. So your personality is delightful. People love to be around you, especially when there's a team project or you're a good team player on the horizon. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. You work for the collective. You don't work just for yourself. They are sensitive creatures. Yes, you are sensitive to other people's energy. You're an empath. aware of many subtleties at once. You pick up on people's energy. Very subtle cues. You pick up on those. And it says, since they're artists at heart, so you're an artist at heart, they usually add creative details to an overall vision. So there's something about you needing to stay in your uniqueness, in your integrity, so that you can add something that is missing in the big picture of things, especially when it comes to your lineage. So that's why it's so important that you trust your innocence and your purity, and you stay true to who you are, regardless of whatever people throw at you. Oh, this is not how you do it. This is how we do it. This is how you should do it, because otherwise you will have this result, right? For the most part, they have bustling, joyous personalities, so you could be having this very joyful center, like you exude joy. You are happy at your core. Your core, maybe you're coy, but your core is joy. That is who you are. That is your essence. Your essence is joyful. But then sometimes you get drained and you feel a lack of joy because other people may siphon that energy from you. And then you may sometimes act in a way or say things that other people don't like, because then you sting. When people are taking, or being mean to you, or you can fight back. So you are this very joyous, loving person until you feel people are abusing your energy. So you may need to take a break from certain people. New life. So yeah, you are meant to create a new life for yourself, a new life, a new vision. Maybe you are creating a new life within you, physically. But you are definitely headed toward a new life, and you need a plan for this new life. The number 39 and the number 3 could be relevant. 3 coming up twice. Master number 33, you're connected to the Ascended Masters. There's a lot of progress here that is leading you to abundance. That is your new life, because 3 plus 3 is a 6. Venusian energy. You could have Libra or Taurus in your chart. Amethyst. This new life comes with the freedom from old patterns, because amethyst is about releasing old patterns, addiction, codependency, toxicity. Protection, trust, and intuition. You've learned to trust your intuition, and that is why you're protected, because your intuition is connected to your higher self, the higher realms, and source. So moving through in this new life that you're bringing to the world or you're creating, you are protected. And you're purifying everyone else around you, everything else around you, the energy around you. You're a purifying agent. You're a detoxifying agent. So when you say something that stings others, it's meant for their growth and for their healing. It's almost like tough love. It says, get ready to purify. So you are releasing a lot of toxicity from your life so that you can birth a new life. A life of more abundance for yourself and everyone else around you. Amethyst has powerful and beneficial properties, including the ability to release addictive behaviors while also protecting your energy field. Amethyst is also connected to dreams. So maybe your dreams are showing you something about what you need to do or need to release. Amethyst is a great crystal to meditate with, as it also promotes peace and tranquility between your emotional, physical, and spiritual planes. creating harmony inside and out. That's where you are right now. It is linked to the crown and third eye chakras, connecting your intuition to the divine source. Bask in the violet rays of the amethyst crystal and stimulate your soul. You could have Aquarius or Pisces in your chart, more specifically Jupiter or Neptune in Aquarius or Pisces, but it doesn't have to be. Six of Cups. There's something about your innocence, your inner child, your purity that is having other people reconcile with each other, reconcile with their own inner child, and you're reconciling with your own inner child. For some of you, there's a reconciliation in the horizon, or you're bringing back something you've always wanted to do when you were a child. Four of Pentacles. Yes, again, this is affirming. Do not let go of your innocence and your purity. You are how you are from ever since when you were a little child for a reason. Don't let go of that. It is your driving force, Eight of Pentacles. It is what drives you. It is how you build, and it is how you get to that abundance. It is how you inspire others to do the same. For others of you, your hard work is paying off. Well, not for others of you, for all of you. Your hard work is paying off, and you will be able to save money, possibly to even travel. And as I say that, we have the globe there. So you may be planning to travel, strategizing your next moves. Eight of Cups. You're definitely walking away from lower vibrations. You're definitely walking away from something in your life, and you're in the strategizing phases of this process. You're in the strategizing phase of this process of walking away because you have a higher purpose and because you want more, to live a more meaningful life. So you're walking away from anything that is not serving this more meaningful life that you want to live. And your ships are coming in. It's almost time for you to live your new life. It's very, very near. This new life is very, very near. And it's going to change everything. Your life, as it has been up until now, is not going to be the same again. And in a very good way. You could have Scorpio in your chart. The number 16 and the number 7 could be relevant to you. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You have a very brilliant mind. You are a powerful communicator, but it seems like you're cutting out a lot from your life. A lot of BS, a lot of unnecessary drama, a lot of unnecessary weight, and a lot of unnecessary burdens. Why? Because you are on a path to growth and happiness, and you will be the living example and inspiration for others to do the same. Something about August is standing out. Maybe you're traveling in August. That will be, you're going to find some happiness when you do travel. It's going to be a very happy time for you of growth. And again, the sun with the womb, the new life here, child energy. You could be creating a new life like a child. As a parent, as a father, as a mother. Very specifically for some of you. It's not going to be for all of you. Take that as it resonates. Or this could be a birth of a new project and enterprise that you start when you travel. After you've worked very, very hard, because you are a very hard worker. Maybe you're even a workaholic. Teacher. Maybe you're going to find someone who teaches you something while you travel. Maybe you're meant to be a teacher. You're definitely meant to teach your lineage something different. You could be a spiritual teacher. You could be really good at teaching. You could have Sagittarius in your chart or Gemini. And what you have to teach is stemming from your intuition and your inner wisdom. You are someone who is very, very wise. You always know exactly what to do when you trust your intuition. Sometimes you doubt your intuition, but trust your intuition. They're asking you to trust your intuition because it is telling you to do something. You're meant to teach something. If you're procrastinating on making a plan, stop procrastinating. If you're holding on to something that you know you need to let go of, you need to make a plan and do it. It says, take appropriate action without delay, and this has to do with following your intuition. If you've been spending too much time in your mind, being rational, it's time to sink into your heart space and ask yourself, how do I feel about this? I'm seeing Marie Kondo and the her decluttering process, where you hold something close to your chest and you see how it feels. If it feels good, you keep it. If it makes you feel happy, the sun, you keep it. If it doesn't add joy to your life, you let it go. So that is the big picture. That is the process that you're in right now. Okay? That one was quicker than the last two, but that was your message, pile 3. If you felt drawn to any other pile, there could be messages there for you. That was your message. That is your big picture. That is what you need to know right now. It was a pleasure to read for you guys. If this resonated, let me know how in the comments section. If it did not resonate, choose another pile. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel. Extra content is on Patreon, members area here on YouTube and TikTok. If you want to watch this again, save the video. If you feel someone would benefit from the information here, share the video. Bless you all. See you next time. Bye.